Good afternoon, Tim Baroody, City Manager, City of Fredericksburg. Just wanted to offer a couple quick comments about engagement and dates moving forward. We also have Assistant City Manager Mark Whitley with us to offer some highlights on budget, and of course Chief Jones will talk about COVID-19. So again, I just want to offer a minute or two to remind folks that our public buildings remain closed to public access, but our dedicated city workforce continues their work. We continue to urge our community to stay engaged, especially as we work to move on current and FY21 proposed budget matters. I can assure you that the Mayor and City Council wish to hear from you on these important matters. The public is encouraged to access our regular meetings and work sessions through live broadcasts on Cox Channel 84 and Verizon Channel 42. These meetings can also be viewed from the city's website or Facebook Live at www.facebook.com/FXBGGov. Also, we do expect meetings to be virtual for the near term, so continue to plug in by virtual means. I do want to again stress that your participation is very, very much desired, especially during these budget conversations. Citizens who wish to participate in a meeting's public hearing or public comment period should send their comments in writing by several different ways, of course. One, by dropping them in the drop box out in the front of City Hall. Use the old-fashioned way, the U.S. mail, or by submitting them to Council Comments, the Council Comments section on our city website, or simply by emailing the Clerk of Council, Ms. Tanya Lacey. Comments must be received at least 1 hour in advance of a meeting. So, for example, comments will be accepted up until 4:30 on the nights that a 5:30 work session is planned. The plan is to read these comments out loud during the public hearing or public comment portion of the City Council meeting. The standard rules apply to public hearings and public comments. The person must identify himself or herself by name and address, including zip code, and limit his or her remarks to 5 minutes or less. Having said that, the school board did just adopt an amended FY21 budget on May 4th and participated in a joint meeting with City Council on May 5th. Council now plans to take up the school's budget for public hearing and first read this coming Tuesday, May 12th. We expect second read and final adoption of the school budget at a special meeting of Council on May 20th. We will take up the rest of the city budget, starting with a public hearing on May 26th, followed by first read on June 7th, with the final adoption plan for June 23rd. Again, please stay engaged. Now I will certainly ask Mr. Whitley to offer some updates on budget. Again, a little bit about FY20 and a little bit about FY21, just to give you a sense of where we're at this point. And then, of course, as always, we'll ask Chief Jones to offer some updates on COVID-19. Thank you all, and be safe.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Whitley, and I'm one of the two assistant city managers here at the city. I wanted to speak for a minute on the impact of this crisis to the city's financial condition and our response. This pandemic is creating challenges for the city for both fiscal year 2020, which ends on June 30th, and fiscal year 2021. The city will see a significant shortfall in revenue for both fiscal 20 and fiscal 21. The city's wonderful and vibrant business community has been hit hard by the pandemic, including our wonderful restaurants and hotels. The city will see major declines in meals tax revenue, lodging tax revenue, and sales tax revenue. We'll also see declines in personal property and other revenue that we rely on to meet the service needs of our community. We're currently anticipating a total general fund revenue shortfall of between $4 and $8 million in fiscal 20 and a further $8 to $10 million in fiscal 21. We're acting to reduce our expenditures as a result for both fiscal 20 and 21. Some of the measures we've taken so far include freezing expenditures that can be deferred by departments, reduction or deferral of many of our capital projects, although I will say that some of them will go forward depending on the source of funds and whether they are already under contract. We have wonderful partners at Fredericksburg City Public Schools. We're very grateful for their support, and we could not meet this challenge without them. And they are helping to reduce their transfer from the local government by $500,000 in fiscal 20 and an additional lower of their transfer request in the planned budget that Mr. Baroody was speaking of for consideration next Tuesday of about $1.3 million for fiscal 21. We'll be reducing funding for our regional government agencies and partners in conjunction with those agencies and our local surrounding jurisdictions. We'll be reducing local funding for our hardworking and outstanding Department of Social Services and the Children's Services Act program. Sorry to say that, but they will do well, and they will be able to meet all our needs. And we have some balances that we can use to help support them as well. For fiscal 21, we will be reducing our debt service requirements because we are refinancing an existing debt issue from 2011, and that'll help us balance in fiscal 21. We also have had to reduce our personnel expenditures. Our personnel are hardworking, and they are the largest share of our budget, so we would not be able to make these types of reductions without having some reductions in our personnel. Actions here include a managed hiring freeze. We will continue to provide essential services, but if positions can be deferred for a short time, then we will certainly not hire them back if they're vacant. A furlough of 40 full and part-time employees, with additional considerations to come. We'll have to see. Pay reductions for non-public safety staff, 2% for below $70,000 in salary and 3% reductions for all above that level. For fiscal year 21, the recommended budget included a pay increase for all staff, and that has been recommended for elimination. Elimination of most, if not all, of additional adjustments for our public safety personnel. Eliminating planned new positions that were originally included in that recommended budget. Sorry to report on all of these, but we will get through this. Staff is actively evaluating the measures and more for City Council's consideration in developing the 21 budget. We will also be monitoring our federal and state partners for either supplemental grant assistance or reductions in their support as their financial situation requires. Lastly, I want to thank all of the many people involved in all of these processes. And we are here at staff level, and we're working, and we'll be happy to answer any questions anyone may have. The city will get through this trying time, and there will be better days ahead. Please stay safe, and happy Mother's Day this coming weekend.
Good afternoon. Let's give you the update on statistics for COVID-19 in the local health district. We're now up to 707 positive cases. We had an increase of 17 since the last reporting period yesterday. Unfortunately, 3 of those have also occurred within the city of Fredericksburg, so we're now up to a total of 55. 344 in Stafford, 233 in Spotsylvania, 38 in King George, and 37 in Caroline. As the numbers look over the last week, we have kind of seen an up and down metric on it. It doesn't appear to be that it's declining every day. It's moving back and forth. We're now up to 30 people that are diagnosed positive COVID in the hospitals in the district. We are increasing testing not only in the local area but also statewide, and that has had somewhat of an effect on that. Hospitalizations are up, but the number of people discharged are up as well. And we'll provide all these statistics to you in our written format. Again, it looks like it's going to probably be a bit windy and cool this weekend, but it is supposed to be nice, so get outside, stretch your legs, and enjoy the sunshine. Fredericksburg trails and parks are open, and they can be utilized. Please check out the trails maps on our website at www.fredericksburgva.gov. We'll talk again next week. Thank you.